Introduction. After the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the United States, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, invoked Article 5 of its charter, which states that an attack on one member is an attack on all. As a result, NATO countries have been actively involved in Afghanistan since 2001, with the aim of preventing the country from becoming a haven for international terrorism. However, the intervention has not been without controversy, and Russia has been among the most vocal critics of the NATO presence in Afghanistan. This essay will examine both NATO's support for Afghanistan and Russia's interests in the region. NATO's support for Afghanistan. Since the 2001 intervention, NATO has been involved in various aspects of Afghanistan, including security, reconstruction, and governance. The NATO-led International Security Assistance Force, ISAF, was responsible for providing security and stability, and in 2015, it was replaced by the Resolute Support Mission, which is focused on training and advising Afghan security forces. NATO's involvement in Afghanistan has been hailed by many as a success, particularly in terms of security and stability. The Taliban, which had ruled Afghanistan prior to the intervention, has been significantly weakened, and terrorist attacks have been reduced. Additionally, Afghanistan has made significant progress in terms of governance, with democratic elections taking place regularly. However, the intervention has not been without controversy. Critics argue that the intervention has been costly in terms of both lives and money, and that the gains made have been limited. The Taliban, for example, remains a threat in many areas, and corruption continues to plague the Afghan government. Russia's interests in Afghanistan. Russia has been a vocal critic of the NATO presence in Afghanistan, and its interests in the region are complex and often overlapping. One of Russia's primary concerns is the potential for international terrorism to spill over into Central Asia, where it has interests and influence. Additionally, Russia has historical ties to Afghanistan, having invaded and occupied the country from 1979 to 1989. As a result, Russia is wary of any foreign presence in Afghanistan, particularly at its borders. Furthermore, Russia is concerned about the spread of narcotics from Afghanistan. The country is one of the world's leading producers of opium, and drug trafficking is a significant problem. This is a particular concern for Russia, which has a significant drug problem of its own. Finally, Russia's relationship with China is important in this context. The two countries share a border with Central Asia, and both have an interest in maintaining stability in the region. However, they have different approaches to achieving this, with Russia favoring a more assertive and interventionist approach, while China prefers a more diplomatic and economic strategy. Conclusion. In conclusion, the NATO intervention in Afghanistan has been both praised and criticized. While there can be no doubt that some progress has been made in terms of security and governance, there are also significant challenges that remain. Meanwhile, Russia's interests in Afghanistan are complex and multifaceted. While the country has legitimate concerns about terrorism and drugs, its history and proximity to Afghanistan also color its perceptions. Moving forward, it will be important for all parties involved to continue to work towards long-term stability and cooperation in the region.